Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Rainbow Tarot UK. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you're all doing really good. So in today's reading we are doing, what draws them in. Person on your mind, what draws them in, what attracts them to you, what is it about you that draws them in, what draws them to you. So as usual, what I'm going to do again is I'm going to use your energy, I'm going to use my energy, our joint energy, to come up with our 3 piles. And we are going to ask, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with pile number 3, because I think that, by the time we get to pile number 3, there's already 2 cards out of the deck, isn't there? So there's 2 possibilities for pile number 3 gone. So let's do a reversal actually. Let's do pile number 3 first. So what draws pile number 3's person to pile number 3? Please can you tell me what draws pile number 3's person to pile number 3? So there we go. What draws pile number 2's person to pile number 2? I feel like that one wants to come out. And then what draws pile number 1's person to pile number 1? Please can you show me? Thank you. Okay, so we've got our 3 piles. Let's have a look and see. So pile number 1, thoughts. Pile number 2 is courtship. And then pile number 3 is main male. Okay, so those are our 3 piles. So what draws your person to you? What draws them in? And if you want to pick with stones or crystals, I've got the blue lace agate for pile number 1. I've got this little silver circular pattern bead for pile number 2. And I've got the green aventurine for pile number 3. So those are your 3 piles. As usual, take a moment, go for the pile that's calling for you, use your intuition. That's probably got the messages for you. There might be more than one pile. Remember, it's a timeless reading. It's good for whenever you're finding it. But it's also general, and some messages may resonate, some may not. So try to be peaceful with that. Try to be easy with that. If the reading doesn't resonate, if the pile doesn't resonate, maybe it's another pile. But other than that, I will see you in your reading. Bye for now. Hey pile number 1, welcome back to your reading. So in today's reading, we've just chosen our 3 piles, and you've chosen to come into this reading on card number 16, which is thoughts, and also the beautiful the blue lace agate here. So let's put that here, because that's going to inform our reading as well, possibly. So thoughts, I'm just thinking with the blue as well. Blue is about mental energy, because it's about the swords in tarot, and that is all about thinking. So, okay, so we've got thoughts as our first card. So I've got a bit of an idea here, but let's not say anything yet until we've got some more cards. I'm going to have another oracle card. Okay, so yeah, we're looking at our reading, aren't we? What, the person on your mind, what draws them to you? So please, can you tell us, what draws pile number 1's person to them? What is drawing pile number 1's person to them? What is drawing that one? Pile number 1's person to them. So I'm going to go for that one there. Let's see what we've got. We've got thoughts, and we have got, oh, that's interesting. So we've got listen. Thoughts and listen. So there's a lot of reflective energy. Definitely. Now they've got this woman at the top of the tower. So I feel like maybe you're in separation from this person, or you're separate from this person, and they're spending a lot of time thinking about you, because we've got this portrait in the background. This artist is contemplating, is thinking either about this portrait, this woman that they're doing, or they're just thinking and they're lost in thought, really. But there's something about them thinking. I think they're thinking hard. Maybe they feel like they need to listen, or they need to listen better, or also there needs to be better listening between the two of you. But there is a feeling of separation here, because we have this person, right? It reminds me of Rapunzel. I don't know if you remember that fairy tale Rapunzel, where she's locked in the tower and she lets down her hair so that the prince can, or whoever it is, the wicked stepmother actually, most of the time, but then she lets so that that person can climb up the tower to get to her. So she's locked in this tower. So that's what I'm feeling. So maybe they feel you're locked away from them, you're separate from them, they can't reach you, they can't get to you, you're out of reach, in some way. So what draws them to you maybe is that you are mysterious, you are a mystery, you are out of reach, you are somehow untouchable, and that makes you really sort of alluring, really someone that they spend a lot of time thinking about, dreaming about, imagining over, wondering what you're up to, because somehow you are out of reach to them in their real world. And so dreaming is the only way maybe that they can access you. 45 cancels down to 9. 9 is about ending a cycle, completions and new beginnings. 1 and 6 cancels down to 7, which is about, interestingly, introspection, contemplation, soul searching, meditation. So I feel there's a lot of dreaming and thinking and wondering about you, because you're possibly not within reach to them, and that's what draws them into you, because you are a mystery. Part of it is that you're a bit of a mystery to them, and that makes you very attractive in some way. But anyway, let's see if we've got one of these cards. So what person on pile number 1's mind, what draws them to pile number 1? Please can you tell me what draws them? What card would indicate, tell me what draws them to pile number 1? I'm going to go for that one. Let's see what we got. Limbo. Seek clarity on mixed signals. Yeah, so you might be in a state of separation as well from this person. So you might be thinking about your ex or somebody that you've come into separation from, and they are, what's drawing them is that they're still thinking about you, but you're out of reach. And there's this period of limbo where it's maybe they're thinking on what to do next. What's drawing them in is that they're thinking on what is the strategy, what is the plan, what do I need to do next. Maybe I need to listen more. Maybe I need to, something about that. But here it says seeks clarity on mixed signals. So maybe there's been some mixed signals in this situation that's caused it to come into separation or caused it to come into limbo. And there's something about needing to think very hard about that, and to listen, maybe to both of you, to listen to each other in some way, or for them to listen more in a better way to you. And so what's drawing them in is that there's still very much, even though this might be a period of separation, or you might be split up from this person, or you might not, or you might be in a situation where it's a kind of limbo state because it's an attraction or a crush or something, and there's no movement forwards. But there's a lot of thought going into it, and what's drawing them in is that they're still very much sort of connected on an energetic level to this connection, to this situation. Okay, so person on their mind for pile number 1, what draws them towards pile number 1? What draws them towards pile number 1? Let's go and see what that is. 7 of Cups, yeah, dreaming. A lot of dreaming goes with this 16 card, a lot of dreaming, a lot of thinking, because that is very much a dreaming card. What is drawing pile number 1's person to them? What's drawing them in? The world? What is drawing them towards pile number 1? Please can you tell me? 8 of Swords. And then the Empress. Yeah, the overriding energy is the Empress. So they're definitely still... I feel like for a lot of you are in separation, or there's this period of limbo, it hasn't quite got off the ground, or it's not, you're not together as a couple as such, but they are drawn in because they're still very fascinated by you, they're still dreaming about you, they're still, wanting to connect with you, wanting to, I think you feel like that, I think they feel like you bring a lot of different, things to them. You offer a lot of different things to them, and they love that about you. But there is this sense of the 8 of Swords here, of them feeling worried or stressed or not really sure about how to move forward, and that might be why we have the limbo state here. So you might be in a separate period of separation where somebody feels stuck in that limbo situation, or stuck in not knowing how to move forward because the situation might have come to an end, or probably has come to an end here with the World card. because the World card is a sense of completion, a sense of ending, a new cycle, kind of like new beginnings really. So it feels to me like this person, if you have come to a separation, they're not happy in this state of limbo, in this state of not being able to access you. They're spending a lot of time thinking still about you. So they're still very much drawn to you because they see you as the Empress. Now you might actually be their long-term partner. You might have had a long-term situation with them, with the Empress, because that is the archetypal mother figure. You might actually share children with the person that you're inquiring about, or you might have been in a committed situation with them. But they see you as their abundance. They see you as this kind of magnetic, beautiful, attractive, vibrant, sort of voluptuous person. I just feel that this person is constantly thinking really about how well you look, how good you look, how attractive you are for them, how nurturing and how caring you are. I think they feel that you are very nurturing and very caring, very balanced, very creative, somebody who's just so such a good person to have, such a good energy, such a positive energy. That the Empress is such a positive energy, and I think they see you as being somebody who's a very positive energy, and that's what draws them in. I mean, the Empress, if you're around the Empress, I mean, she is just so loving and caring and giving, and I think they want some of that. I think they're thinking on that, and they're wanting some of that. Maybe they're feeling that you're giving them mixed signals, so maybe it's something about you giving them mixed signals as well. But either way, the situation to them is something that they're still thinking about. It's maybe confusing, maybe it's because you're inaccessible to them, but they still have all these feelings for you. It makes them feel a little bit trapped or a little bit stuck with not knowing how to move forward. And that can also be the Seven of Cups, which is about options and choices, not really knowing about how to move forward in this connection, but at the same time feeling a real pull towards it, feeling a real magnetic pull towards it, that somehow you have a bit like with the thing that I was saying with Rapunzel. I mean, Rapunzel is a fairy tale. It has like a sort of a hold. The connection has a little bit of a hold on them, a sort of magical hold on them. That's kind of what I'm feeling. They still feel very caught up in it, and they can't move on. I feel like this person can't move on. They're stuck in their thoughts of you. They cannot move forward. They're stuck in this state of limbo, and they're trying to listen really hard. They're trying to listen to really hard. They're really thinking and concentrated, trying to listen, go within, and to work out a way of how to move forwards. Now, in terms of astrological signs here, with the Seven of Cups, well, that is Scorpio energy. Eight of Swords, I mean, that is Gemini energy. Empress is always, to me, Taurian energy. So those are just some of the astrological energies that we've got here for you. So yeah, this person is very much drawn to you. They are probably spending a lot of time still thinking, still going over the connection, still, and if you haven't been together in the past, they're still wondering and working out ways to try and move the connection forward. And on some levels, it feels to them a little bit hopeless, or it feels like you're out of reach, because again we have this person trying to reach up to one of these cups and they haven't quite got there. I feel like in some ways you're sort of like a little bit out of reach to them, but they can't move forward from you. That's kind of what's drawing them in. You're and also you might be a bit of a mystery to them, you know, because you're out of reach, because they can't have access to you. What have we got here? Queen of Wands. Absolutely, the Queen of Wands. So how is pile number one drawing the part of their person in? How are they, you know, how are they drawn to pile number one? You know, what draws them to pile number one? Please can you tell me what draws them to pile number one? I've got this one here, which is the Magician. Yeah, there's something magical. What draws them to pile number one? What is it? The Tower. Okay. And the Nine of Swords. Yeah, I mean, if something happened in this situation, they just haven't got over it. I think that's what's going on here. I think with the Tower card here, something happened in this situation to bring it into separation. The Tower moment is a a situation where which has come to an end, which has come crashing down, where the tower has fallen. The tower is normally something that has been built up, so a relationship here with the Empress where you might have built up over time, but it's usually a situation which has been built up possibly on false foundations or rocky foundations, and it's the those rocky foundations that eventually falter that brings the tower down. So I think something happened here that caused, has caused heartache, anxiety, stress, worry, feelings of being stuck. I think your person is still stuck in that. They are still stuck in that, in your situation, and that's what draws them in. They're still caught in that. The Queen of Wands, they see you as this Queen of Wands, but it might have been that what caused it to come apart was a temptation elsewhere. So maybe they were tempted elsewhere and they took that temptation, and that's what caused it to come crashing down. That's for some of you that might have happened. But other than that, I mean, the Queen of Wands is someone who's very, in how they see you, is somebody who's very attractive, very alluring, very sexy, very as a real spark, a real level of attraction there, a real magnetism, a real pulling in. And I think that they do see you like that now, and they want to manifest. They want to manifest a new cycle. My sense is that they want to manifest a new cycle, and they're working really hard, and it goes with this card here of thought. They're thinking, they're working, they're trying to muster up and use all their skills and ability to manifest something with you. But it could be that this is a situation where it might be some sort of attraction or crush or whatever, and it's in a state of limbo. It hasn't been able to move forward. They've got feelings of being stuck, you being out of reach, and that if they try to manifest it, because they see you in this wonderful way as the Queen of Wands, they know it's going to bring about a tower moment. They know it's going to bring about chaos, destruction. It's going to cause problems elsewhere. Maybe they're in a committed relationship here. Maybe they're in a committed relationship with somebody else, with this woman in the background, this portrait of the or of what this artist is painting. Maybe there's something like that going on. So maybe you're here, but they're actually committed with somebody else. And if they come toward you and try to manifest it, it's going to cause chaos and disruption, because the overriding energy is the Nine of Swords, which is this absolute worry and stress and fear and sleepless nights. So it could be one of those two things, that if you're not with them but they feel a strong attraction to you, they are thinking about you a lot, like it's a crush, an attraction, or a secret situation, or a hidden relationship which they really want to be in, and they spend a lot of time thinking about, and they see you as this marvellous Queen of Wands and this Empress, beautiful Empress, somebody who's so magnetic, so attractive to them, and they'd love to be able to manifest it and have this new cycle. But if they did that, it would cause chaos, it would cause destruction, or there was destruction and chaos already in the situation. It caused it to come apart. You've got this state of limbo, this state of separation, and they want it back, but it's it's stressful, because they're feeling maybe that you wouldn't have them back, or that something's happened so awful that you won't take them back, that you're out of reach, you've completely shut yourself away or shut yourself off in some way. So it could be one of those two situations, but either way, they are feeling that they want to create this abundant situation with you again. So they want to create something abundant, something loving, something nurturing, something caring, but they are really worried about doing that. There's a lot of stress and a lot of fear and a lot of anxiety and a lot of thinking, maybe some overthinking about trying to bring that into their reality, really. So what's drawing them in, I think, is that they do feel this attraction to you, this love for you, actually. I think it's more than just attraction with the Empress here. It is a love. They do feel a love for you. They haven't let the situation go. So in either one of those scenarios, they just haven't been able to let the situation go. So it might be a state of limbo, but they're still very much stuck in it, still thinking about it, still analysing it, still wanting to get close to you, still being really stressed about it, still feeling stuck, still being able to not move on from you, pile number one, or not move on from maybe wanting to bring the situation back, or wanting to create something for the situation. I'm going to ask, actually, what guidance can I get for you in this situation? What guidance can there be for pile number 1 in this? Is there any card of guidance for pile number 1 here? Is there any guidance that we can give to pile number 1? The moon. The more I let go of my fear, the more I sense the freedom of transformation. So this is my Orosoma Inspiration deck, and it relates to the tarot, and this is the moon. So the moon can talk about confusion, fears, you know, things hidden. So maybe there's some guidance around, maybe you're fearful of being with them. So maybe there's some fear about you being with them, or maybe there's some distrust here. So maybe there's a need to let go, or maybe they just need to let go of their fears and their worries and their stresses and strains, and just kind of like, you know, take action. Because I think there's a lot of thought here, but there's not a lot of cards around taking action. So maybe there's something about needing to listen and then take action in some way, and to seek clarity. Because again, the moon is about, can be about confusion, but it's also about depth and listening to your intuition. So maybe there's something about needing to listen to your own intuition, your own guidance here, and also for them to do that as well. Is there anything else, any other guidance that we can have for pile number 1 in this situation? What's this one? The Wheel of Fortune. Right, so it's also bottle number 10. I create the space that I may do what needs to be done. And it's also about helping to make decisions. So I think there's a lot of confusion in this situation. There's a lot of confusion, a lot of things that are hidden, a lot of secret energy, and there's a need to listen to your own intuition, be guided by your own intuition, maybe let go of some fears and some limiting beliefs, and with the Wheel of Fortune, maybe to just kind of like trust, to get back on the wheel, to get back on that cycle, to get back on the up again with the situation, to maybe move it into a more abundant situation. And maybe the fears and the anxieties and the worries are for both of you. So maybe it might be a bit of a karmic situation where there's a lot of highs and a lot of lows, where you're coming together and then pulling apart, coming together. Because the wheel can mean sort of like a bit of a karmic situation in some way, where there's a lot of cycles that go on in the connection, and you might be in a period of sort of separation now. And there's this kind of strong pull. So I feel like there's this strong fated pull between the two of you that they feel, and that's what's drawing them in, this kind of strong sense of fate, this strong sense of connection to you. Yeah, but it's kind of come, you know, there's been a bit of a tower moment possibly, and it's come crashing down. Or there could be a bit of a tower moment if it, you know, if it becomes out in the open in some way. What's underneath? I feel like that. Oh, we need to see what's underneath. The Nine of Wands. Yeah, so with the Nine of Swords and the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is about challenges. It's about. So I feel like you are in a period of separation. You might have gone through a lot with this person. They might have gone through a lot with you, and there might have been a lot of stress. And like I say, a lot of cycles, a lot of ups and a lot of downs. But there's a need about standing strong in this one, a needing to stand strong here. So maybe pile number 1, you know, you are needing to stand strong in yourself and in what you want next in the situation. Something like that. So let's see what else we've got. So I feel they feel this is a very fated connection. I think that's the other thing that's drawing them in. It feels like with the whole fairy tale reference and the way they're thinking, it feels a very magnetic, kind of fated. And with the Magician here, there's a lot of magic, a lot of things maybe that they don't understand about why they feel this connection with you. Please can we have a message for pile number 1 and their person? What draws them to each other? What draws them into each other? Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So there might be some red flags with this Tower card here. You know, there might have been some tricky bits in the situation. Like I said before, you know, there might have been somebody else. There might have been some third factor. There might have been somebody with wishy-washy energy. you know, looking at other options, and that might be what caused it to come into separation in this Tower moment. And it's about, and with the Wheel as well here, and this kind of karmic patterns really, that can sometimes be, you know, when we're in a karmic situation, because it's there to help us to learn and grow, it can sometimes be quite painful. You know, there can sometimes be quite difficult behaviours in that. So he's asking you to still be aware of that here. I was just looking at it again because we've got the Moon, you know, the Moon card, which can talk about, you know, things that are hidden, things that aren't revealed, the shadow, working from the shadow side, that kind of stuff. So it might just be that you need to be aware of that in this situation still. One more for pile number 1 and their person, please. Yeah, past life relationships. What I say about a karmic, it's like a karmic, it's like something that's pulling, what's drawing them in is that there is this kind of like past life karmic type connection between the two of you. Maybe things that you still need to learn from one another, because that's what a karmic situation is. You know, you come together to learn and grow. And I feel like there might have been cycles in this situation where you're coming together, it's causing a lot of stress, it's causing a lot of difficulty, but it's also an opportunity to grow. And to kind of manifest, and maybe there has been mixed messages, you know, maybe there has been mixed messages here, but once again, you know, even if it is a karmic, if it's a situation that's causing you stress and heartache consistently, you don't have to be in it. That's the other thing, you absolutely don't have to be in it. If you're in separation and you're happy being here, in this Tower, separate, have cut yourself off, or have, you know, felt you needed to get away from this person, then do that, pile number 1. You know, you're not obliged to go back into a situation if it's consistently hurting you, or that person is consistently not learning from their mistakes, or the situation or relationship is in a consistent negative pattern. You know, you might need, you know, it seems to me in that instance there might be a need for separation to sort of heal, and to you know, to get over what difficult situations might have happened to you with the Tower. But anyway, pile number 1, that has been your reading. I hope you have liked it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Otherwise, I will see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 2, welcome back to your reading, and this is our reading today is on, you know, the person in mind, what draws them to you, what pulls them in. So you chose to come into the reading on card number 4, which says Courtship, and also our little silver button here, so I'm just going to put that there, or a little silver bead I should say. So let's have a look at that. So that looks quite promising, doesn't it? So we've got 2 people here. You know, so it's like a Victorian scene, isn't it? 2 people in the very early stages of kind of getting to know each other. And obviously in those days, you know, there was a lot of etiquette, wasn't there, around kind of courting somebody, getting to know them. I mean, neither of these people look particularly that interested in each other, though. That's the only thing. They're both kind of looking, they're not actually looking at each other. And the Cupid is above them. It hasn't pulled its arrow yet. So it might be that this is a situation for some of you where it's just an very early beginnings of something. Or it's like an attraction at the moment, or a crush situation, or I mean, you might be thinking about an ex or something that you feel still a connection to, but there's been like a distance, quite a big distance between you. So there's a little bit of a detachment there somehow, because it feels it's a little bit detached, even though it says courtship. And it's just that early stage. It's really about that early part, very, very early beginnings, you know, of something in some way. But anyway, let's see what else we've got here before we say anything else. So, what draws person's pile number 2's person to them? What is it that draws them in? What's drawing them towards pile number 2 right now? Please can you tell me now? Please can you tell me what draws pile number 2's person right now? Okay, so I've got 2. I don't know why I've got 2. I only had 1 in the previous pile, but I've got 2 here. And I've got receive your blessings. Oh, beautiful card. Receive your blessings. And then I've got kindle love. So I feel definitely this person with the courtship card, they see you as a blessing. And they want to not rekindle love, but kindle love, sort of start love here in some way. we've got 4, 6, 8. 4, 6, 8. They're all divided, they're all divisible by 2. So, yeah, I just feel like both of these have 2 in them, don't they? 2 people in them. So it does feel very much like sort of union, relationship, partnership, pairs, you know, harmony. So I feel they're drawn in because they're very attracted to you. I feel they're drawn in because they're very attracted to you. They see you as somebody who's got a lot of potential to be with you, that there's an attraction, a strong attraction here. We've got a butterfly here, so maybe if it's someone from the past or that you're thinking about, there's a rekindling, maybe there's some sort of transformation here going on. But again, we've got 2 creatures, haven't we? Here we've got the bird and the butterfly. So again, it feels like a 2 situation. So I feel they feel very drawn to you. They are attracted to you. They may even be in love with you. But I feel it's like for some of you, it might be the early stages of something. But anyway, let's see. Oh, lovely cards, aren't they? I think what I'm going to have is one more. I'm going to have one more. Can you see that there? Can I bring that down there? I'm going to have one of these and see what we've got. Okay, let's see if I can get some of these. So, what draws pile number 2's person to pile number 2, please? Can you tell me what draws pile number 2's person to pile number 2? What's that one? So this is thinking. You may be on someone's mind. Now, interestingly, in pile number 1, the main card was thoughts, wasn't it? So if you felt drawn to pile number 1, you might want to listen to this one. But this one says thinking. You may be on someone's mind. So I definitely feel like this person, you know, sees you as a blessing. They see you with the courtship card as somebody that they want to make the effort with, that they want to give some attention to, that they're thinking about a lot, that they want to bring love into the situation. So you're definitely drawing them in that way. They are definitely thinking a lot about you, and they see you as a potential here. Definitely see you as potential. Let's see, so how does pile number 2's person, or what draws pile number 2's person to pile number 2? Justice. Okay. I feel like that one wants to come out. Page of Cups. And the last one is the Fool, yeah, okay. And then the overriding energy is the 5 of Swords. Well, that's interesting. So maybe for some of you, I mean, with this 5 of Swords, because 5 of Swords can either mean, it means defeat for some people, but victory for others. It can mean victory, the person who's the victor, it can mean victory at somebody else's expense. And that is the overriding energy, but we're clearly seeing the victor here, aren't we, in this one? That's at the forefront very strongly here. And I'm just wondering whether, for some of you, that this might be a situation which, even though it's maybe in separation or maybe been defeated in some way, they can feel they can be victorious again in it. So it might be like a renewal situation, or certainly maybe they're thinking that you, I don't know, maybe for some of you they're thinking that you've been defeated in love, or you've had a difficult time in love, but they want to come forward and make, you know, be the right person for you, provide that blessing, you know, be that. So they might have seen you, they might know that you've been through difficult times in love, or you've had hard times in love, or you've been through difficult relationships, and they want to, with the Justice card, be the right choice for you now. They want to be the right one, the one that gives you balance. They want to, you know, because I just feel like they want to show you a good thing in love. They want to show you, they want to do things properly with the Courtship card here, with the Justice card here. They want to do things properly and right for you. Maybe you haven't had that in the past, and maybe they know that you haven't had that past, or they guess that about you. Maybe they just guess that you've maybe been let down before, or you've had difficult times in the past, and they don't want that for you. They want to offer you the Page of Cups they want to come forward with a message of love. They want to come forward, pages of new beginnings, but they're also messages. They want to give you a message of love. They want a new beginning. The Fool is a brand new beginning. It's the start of the major arcana. It's the start of the journey. It might be a leap of faith. It might be a risk, but they want to take it. Now, it could be that you have been in separation from them and they want to court you all over again. They want to come back. So maybe out of the ashes, almost like out of the ashes with this Five of Swords card, they want to rise up and create victory, create success from a situation that has fallen, that has come to an end. That's kind of what they're feeling, and I think they're feeling quite confident and quite bold. Oh, now at the bottom we've had the Nine of Wands here, which has come out, which is somebody who is defending their position. So maybe they feel that they need to defend their position. They need to stand up for themselves, or stand up for the connection, possibly stand up for the connection in some way, and not be defeated with the Nine of Wands here. And I feel like with this kind of, well, let's have a look at this. Yeah, like I'm getting a sense that, I don't know if you can see these, so this card here, which is the Five of Wands, is this person, they're sort of standing with their hand on their knee, aren't they? And then this person is kind of like kneeling, aren't they? So I just feel like there's a feeling that they know that they need to maybe show some humility. If they're coming back towards you, I feel like they need to show you some humility. They need to show you, because this person is kneeling, and normally in the Nine of Wands you don't get that. You normally have somebody standing up, but this person is kneeling, and it's in contrast to that. So maybe something happened in this situation which caused it to come in separation, and it was down to them. They caused the problem. They caused, and you were defeated. You something happened, and you felt very hurt or very defeated somehow. And this time around, they want to defend themselves, or defend the situation, or defend their position. But they need to show some humility in that. They need to show some, because maybe they were very proud and cocky or whatever before. Because this is quite a proud, cocky kind of stance of somebody who doesn't really care about this poor person in the background who's crying and upset. So maybe this time around they need to show a little bit of humility if it's a reconciliation in some way, or maybe it's because you have been hurt before in love, and they see that you've been hurt before in love, and they want to do it differently. They want to do something, they want to give you the right, because these images are very tender. These two images are very tender. They want to show tenderness. They want to show a bit of humility. They want to show a bit of a little bit of, what's the word? They want to say they're sorry. If something's happened, I think they want to say they're sorry and show that they're sorry in some way. And maybe explain, maybe have some explanation, because that might be the Page of Cups as well, where it's like an apology as well, some sort of an apology, where they explain themselves in some way. And so what's drawing them in is that they are absolutely wanting to be back with you, or to create something with you. They see you as someone that they want to have this new beginning with. They see you as a very serious and a definite romantic person that they want to be with, and that they want. I mean, Justice is like, could be a card of commitment. It could be you could be already be, or have been, or be in a legal situation with this, like a marriage or something. Or there's a view to this situation moving towards marriage with the Courtship card here. They want to make it serious. They want to make it committed. But there might have been some issue with it before. Or you might have had some issues in love before. But with this Kindle love, I feel like maybe they want to rekindle love with you in some way. But they need to be more loving this time round. Show more humility. Show more reverence to you, I think. So in terms of astrological signs, so obviously with the Justice card, that's Libra. Page of Cups, that could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Nine of Wands, that is not Gemini, sorry, that is Sagittarius energy. And the Five of Swords is Aquarius energy. So those are just some of the astrological signs, but let's see what else we've got. So Okay, so we've got pile number 2. What draws pile number 2's person? Oh, and I'm going to take that one because I saw it. And once again, it's the Fool. So you've got the Fool followed by the Fool. Wow. So what draws pile number 2's person towards pile number 2? What is drawing them in? And what's this one? Yeah, 3 of Wands. And I feel like this one wants to come out. And that is the Page of Wands. And then the overarching energy is the Page of Cups again. So 100%, because we've got, how many pages? We've got 2 Page of Cups and a Page of Wands. And then we've got the Fool twice. They 100% are drawn in because they want this new beginning with you. They see it as their new beginning. You are that new beginning for you. It might be a leap of faith and it might be a risk. With a Fool coming up twice, definitely. They're seeing that it might be a bit of a risk here. Because it might be something from the past whereby something happened where you felt very defeated in that situation and they were the victor. And they know that they need to come forward now in a much better way. But they want this. I mean, the Fool's coming up twice. It is their, you know, if it's a risk, they're not, they want to take it. They definitely want to take it. With the Page of Cups here twice, there may be a really strong urge for them to want to apologise, to want to show you how much you mean to them, to want to give you this kind of cup of love, to want to give you this message of love. But with all the pages as well, it does sort of show me that it is very much in the early stages. So it's either a renewal of something where you might have been in separation for quite a while and they want to begin again, or it could be, you know, that this is a brand new situation, that they just feel very strongly towards you. But there's something whereby, you know, they've seen you go through things, or there might have been just a little hiccup along the way, if it was a crush or a you know, an attraction situation. Maybe you worked together or something like that. And there was a little bit of an obstacle or something that came along that got in the way of it. But now they definitely want to come forward. But with all the pages, it makes me just feel it's a very new situation. It could be a very new situation for you, and that's what's drawing. So it feels very exciting with the Page of Wands here. It's drawing them in because it's very exciting. If they feel very attracted towards you. There's a lot of feeling here, but it feels very new. There's a newness to it, and that's what they like about it. And with the 3 of Wands here, they may have already given you some indications or some signs or some hints with the Courtship here, because the 3 of Wands is like the seed. The Ace of Wands is the seed. The 2 of Wands is we're just waiting to see what happens, and the 3 of Wands again is we're just waiting to see what happens. We're just seeing what comes out of it, you know. So maybe with the page underneath the Page of Cups, they've already given you lots of hints and indications. You might have already had messages from them, phone calls, text, emails, and giving you, you know, a lot of indication that they like you. So they might be already trying to, you know, with the Courtship card here, already trying to show you. And what's drawing them in is that they want to take it, they want to begin something new with you. It seems very exciting, seems very wonderful. It seems very thrilling for them. But with this 5 of Swords here, there might have been something that went on before in the past that might make you a little bit hesitant, which is why the Courtship card shows both of them not quite focused on each other. So maybe you're a little bit hesitant here. But they are definitely pulled in and they want to make this situation right. I think with the Justice and the Page of Cups coming up twice, they want to make this situation right. They want to apologise, they want to show you, they want to begin again, they want to take that chance. I mean, the Page of Wands again is an exciting, passionate new beginning. There's a lot of passion here. I think there's very, very much a lot of passion, and you're sort of drawing them in with that. I mean, maybe with the Fool twice, maybe they've acted foolishly in the past. Maybe they haven't acted. Maybe there's been a lot of young energy. If it was the 5 of Swords, maybe there was a lot of young energy, a lot of immature energy with them in the past, which is why they need to show a little bit of humility, a little bit of wisdom this time around. That could be it. And maybe this is just, you know, maybe they are quite young. Maybe both of you are quite young, because there's quite a lot of young energy here. That's what I'm feeling. And Courtship tends to be the very beginning of something, you know, 2 young people coming together to court one another, you know, in that kind of 19th century sort of way, just at the start of the romance, the beginning of their lives. that sort of thing really. There might be a lot of young imagery in these cards here. But anyway, let's see what we have got. Let's have some message cards for pile number 2. Message cards for pile number 2 and their person. What's the message card for pile number 2 and their person? Oh, attraction, yeah. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. I do feel like it's like very much in the early stages of attraction or re-attraction if it's something that's come apart. There's that beginning factor to it very much. And it's that excitement, it's that sort of thrill, it's that butterflies, it's that, yeah, that's pulling your person in, I think, here. It's funny, I've just seen the butterfly there. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations and visualizations help bring you together. So this might be a bit of a soulmate connection, or maybe they're feeling that there's something deeper, something very deep between you. I mean, this card is certainly a very, has that kind of 2 element. I said before, didn't I, all the cards have that kind of 2 element, that sort of soulmate, twin flame, you know, partnership, friendship, relationship kind of feel to them. And I feel we're going to have one more. You express your love. Yes, there's something about this person feeling very attractive, wanting to express their love, the courtship card, you know, wanting to come forward with a page of cups. It's all that kind of beginning stuff. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. They want to make a romantic gesture towards you. You are extremely, maybe they want to win you over with the 5 of Swords here. Maybe they're doing everything they can, because this shows a battlefield. They're doing everything they can to win you over, and they don't care about the competition. They're going to trample all over the competition, if there's other competition, to get to what they want, which is you. And they are going to, you know, they're going to bow down to you because you are somebody that they want to be with 100%. That's kind of the other way we could read the 5 of Swords. They are going to ride roughshod over any competition, and then they're just going to go straight for you. But anyway, pile number 2, that has been your reading. I hope you've liked it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe and the notification button so that you can be alerted to whenever I do my next reading. Other than that, I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. So in today's reading, we are doing our, the person on your mind. What draws them to you? What pulls them in? What's the attraction? What's the main thing that's pulling them in? So you came into the reading under this beautiful green aventurine, plus this card, which is card number 1, and it says main male. So here we have our main person here. So I feel like straight from this card, what's drawing them in is that they want to be the main person for you. They want to be the main one. You know, they look to be they look very confident in this, don't they? Very confident, very self-assured, quite open. They've got a very direct gaze. But I think I think what's drawing them is they want you to see them as the main person for you, really. They want to be seen as the main one, the main thing. That's kind of what I'm getting from that. But anyway, let's see what else we've got. So how, what draws pile number 3's person to pile number 3? What's drawing them in? Oh my goodness! Wow! So this one's come out, which again is number 1. That's the one that I'm going to take. It says engage, trust. I wonder what that's about. A lot of energy, a lot, like they really want to be heard. They want to be heard. That's why we've got this. It's me. There's a lot of me energy in this. So this person wants to be heard. They want you to trust them. Or what's drawing them in is that they maybe they want to trust you, or they feel that they can trust you. With this butterfly here, this is about change and transformation. So maybe they want change and transformation here, or they feel that the relationship has to change and transform, and maybe that's what's drawing them in, that they want to transform it in some way. But it was like almost like, yes, I'm here, with those cards just flying across the table. And it goes so well with this stance, doesn't it? You know, I'm the main guy here, or I'm the main person here. And that's how they want to be seen. Okay, let's have a look. Interesting. Let's see what we got here. Number one, I mean, one is all about new cycles, new beginnings, isn't it? Planting seeds, building something. So what's drawing them in is that they want to build, I think they want to build something. They want to create something with you. They want to have something with you. They want to start something with you. They want it to be the main thing. Let's see. It's interesting, you've just both got ones. And of course 1 and 1 is 11, which is the master number, which is insight, you know, wisdom, enlightenment. Let's see, so how, you know, what draws pile number 3's person to pile number 3? What have we got here? What draws pile number 3's person? Thinking. Now we had thinking in pile number 2, so if you felt drawn to pile number 2, and we also had thoughts in pile number 1. So it seems to be a running theme of a lot of thought going in. This person, all these piles, where the person is doing a lot of thinking. So you may be on someone's mind. So yeah, and this person looks so direct. I feel like they are thinking, and they are very intent. They are very intent on you. I feel that's what's going on here. There's a lot of thinking, and they're very intent on you and presenting themselves as the main option for you, or as the option for you. But it might mean that there needs to be some trust. They're wanting you to have trust, or they have to have trust in this situation. That might be what's going on here as well. So, what draws a pile number 3's person to pile number 3? What draws them in? Well, I've got this one, which is the Tower. The Tower here. Interesting, the Tower. What draws pile number 3's person to pile number 3? We've got the King of Wands. King of Wands, and that goes very well with that one. And we've got the 7 of Pentacles. And then we've got the 3 of Swords. So for some of you, you might be in separation from this person. I think I'm almost certainly that this pile is a pile where you're in separation. If that doesn't apply to you, you might need to pick another pile, because I'm pretty certain that you are in separation with this person, because we've got the Tower, which shows something coming crashing down. The Tower is about, I think we might have had the Tower, did we have the Tower in, I don't know if we had the Tower in all 3 of the readings, but we certainly had it in the last reading. I can't remember if we had it in reading 1 or not, but anyway, so the Tower is showing up here, which shows something has come, you know, some situation has come to an end, something has come crashing down, there's been a problem, it's caused chaos. The Tower normally happens when there's, you know, something hasn't been built on firm foundations to begin with, and it's an opportunity to realise the falsehoods that maybe built the connection to begin with, or built the situation to begin with, or things that weren't, you know, right about the situation. It's a chance to rebuild it, or to rebuild yourself or your life based on truth. So it's a realisation, really. It might be a painful one, but it's generally some sort of realisation, or, you know, being made aware of the truth in some way. The King of Wands, I feel like they are still very attracted to you with the King of Wands here. There's a strong sense of magnetism, a strong sense of being pulled in and attracted to you, and that's what's drawing them in. I mean, the King of Wands goes very much with this main male. The King of Wands is so confident. They are super duper confident. They are, you know, very passionate. They are very energetic. They are very, you know, they thrive on competition. They thrive on success. They are out there, really. And I feel like that's what this person is. You know, they look like a successful, this person looks like a successful businessman, doesn't he? There in his library, he's got all the trappings of wealth and good fortune around him, and I just feel it goes very well with the King of Wands. And so this person is drawn in because they are still very attracted to you, because Wands is about passion. They feel very passionate towards you, and they don't think that this situation is over. with the Seven of Pentacles here, because the Seven of Pentacles is, they think it's on pause. So it might have been really difficult for you, pile number 3, with the Tower card here. Might have been a very painful split or a very painful breakup or something that happened. Sometimes the Tower can be out of the blue, so it might have just come out of the blue. You might have been so shocked, or they might have been so shocked about it. But they're thinking this isn't over with the Seven of Pentacles. This is just a pause for reflection, a pause to step back and to work out a way of coming forward, of doing things better, or making things better, because that is what the Seven of Pentacles is. It's a temporary pause to reflect, to think about how you can do things better, to make other plans, to do other things, to get back on, whatever it is you were on before. The Three of Swords, though, is the overriding energy, which is there's a lot of hurt here. There's a lot of hurt, there's a lot of heartache, there's a lot of upset, there's a lot of, a lot of thinking going on, and maybe quite, maybe a lot of kind of really thinking and going over things in their own mind about what went on, possibly overthinking, really feeling very hurt and upset. And that might be why we have the engaged trust, because there might have been a loss of trust here, or some distrust here, for you or for them in the situation, and they know that there's got to be, if it's going to come up again, it's got to be trustworthy. But it's drawing them in because they haven't given up on the situation. They still want to be this main person for you. You are still very much on their mind. In terms of astrological signs, King of Wands, well, that could be any of the fire signs of Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. I mean, they just look like an Aries or a Leo, don't they? Where it's just, they're so in charge, really. I feel like this person is very much in charge. I mean, the only thing I would say here is that there's an absence of cups. So it might be that this person is, I don't know, there's possibly a certain arrogance maybe to them. That's kind of what I'm feeling. There's not a lot of cups here, which would talk about, I mean, maybe there will be coming out in a minute, but I just feel there's a lot of me sort of energy to them. So there might have been some selfishness in the past with this person. So what draws pile number 3's person to pile number 3? Yeah, there we go, 10 of Cups. Okay. What draws pile number 3's person to pile number 3? Please can you tell me? Page of Wands, yeah. What draws pile number 3's person to pile number 3? What is drawing them in? And then we have 4 of Cups. And then we have the 8 of Wands. So yeah, they 100%. Yeah, they 100% want to get back in this situation. With the Tower card, and then underneath you've got the 10 of Cups. They want, because I think they, they do see you as their emotional happiness, their emotional joy, their emotional balance, and they want that back. So out of this Tower, maybe it's a period of, maybe it's a chance to begin anew, because we've got the ones here, to begin anew out of the chaos. So out of whatever happened with the Tower, it's a chance to begin anew from 1 to 10 here. To kind of go full cycle. So maybe you've been through a cycle of real ups and downs, and with the Tower being the absolute lowest that you can be, and they want to elevate it, they want to bring it up, they want to be that main person, they want to have that, because you are emotional happiness and balance to them. There's nothing happier really than the 10 of Cups in the Tarot, apart from the Sun possibly, but you are actually the most, the person that brings them the most joy. And the overarching energy is the 8 of Wands, which is that they want to rush towards you. The 8 of Wands is speed. It's about going towards something in a very firm, clear, purposeful way, and at great speed. So I feel like out of this, it's almost like out of the ashes of the Tower, out of the ashes of this 3 of Swords, they want the situation to rise up. What's drawing them in is that they want to recover. They want to recover the situation. But they may be feeling that you're a bit resistant with the 4 of Cups here. So there's resistance, that you might be stalling the situation. You might be bringing it into separation. You might have brought it into separation, even though it may have been down to their behaviour, that you are keeping yourself separate. You're not interested with the Four of Cups here, because this shows somebody that's not interested in this cup of love that's coming towards them into this full cup. That they're just resistant, then they're not interested. They're too busy. This is what they're feeling. That maybe you're thinking that they're too you're too focused on what might have gone on before. But what's drawing them is that they want to kind of overcome that. They definitely want to overcome that. With the Page of Wands, is they want a new beginning. They want a new beginning with you. They want a passionate new beginning with you, and it comes right under the King of Wands. So they want to begin this new story with you again, that's based on passion, attraction, energy, fire, but also, love here with the Ten of Cups here. They want this love, they want this transformation, but they know that there needs to be some trust, and that's why we've got the engaged trust, because it goes very well with this Four of Cups, and I feel like they have to get they know they've got to get your trust, and there might be some resistance to that, and they're wanting you to trust them again. They're wanting you for it to transform with these butterflies again, and maybe they're thinking about, how they can do that, a strategy for doing that, to engage your trust again, to get you back again, because I'm looking underneath that, the Two of Wands here. There's this kind of waiting element here with the Two of Wands. It might be that you're in long distance from this person as well, with them looking out to sea here, but I feel like they want to rush towards you, they want to come towards you, but they know they've got this kind of resistance here, that you might be having some resistance here. So whether you can trust them. Let's see, let's ask, can pile number 3, can they trust this person? Can pile number 3 trust this person? Can they trust them? Can they trust them? What have we got here? Oh, Seven of Swords. So be careful with this person, pile number 3, and Justice. That's interesting. One more. Can pile number 3 trust this person? Let's have a look. Queen of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, King of Cups. So I think something definitely went on in this situation, the Seven of Swords, because the Seven of Swords talks about deceit. It talks about deception, and that might be why we have the Tower card here. It talks about somebody coming in, stealing something, or taking something, or doing something that is wrong. And it comes in with the Justice card here. With the Justice card here, it makes me feel that maybe they want to try and set things right in some way, because they do see you as their emotional happiness, but they definitely want to convince you. I feel like they definitely want to convince you that you are the person for them, and they see you as the Queen of Pentacles here. But I think with the Queen of Pentacles here, what I would say is that I would see that this Seven of Swords is something that they know that they've done. And with the Justice cards, I feel like they want to put it right. They want to put it right, and they want to commit. So if it was something around commitment, or there was some issue around commitment and they didn't commit before, and maybe that's why you're resistant, I feel like with the Queen of Pentacles and the Justice cards, that they want to make that right, that they want to try and balance that out, that they want to try and offer commitment now, because the Queen of Pentacles is a card of commitment, really, is a card of, a bit like the King of Pentacles, it's a card of being solid and true and reliable and honest. And underneath we've got the King of Cups, which is somebody who has now realised that they have feelings, that they have strong, deep feelings. But I think really what I would say in this situation is, so what's drawing them in is that they want to get back to you. They know that, they might know that I think they probably know that they've done something wrong, or done something that they shouldn't have done, and that they need to set it right, that they need to get the balance right, and that they need to show commitment, they need to show loyalty, they need to show trustworthiness, and that they need to be more emotionally connected to you. And they want to do all of that because they don't want to let the situation go. They definitely don't want to let the situation go. But what I would say to you, pile number 3, is just use your discernment with the engaged trust here. Just use your discernment. Just be, make this person prove over a long period of time that you are important to them, and that they can be the main person for you, and that you can be the main person for them. So they need to show you in actions and words over a period of time, because if something's happened where there's been a major distrust in a relationship, in any relationship, you know, you can't just hop back into that. It's very hard for people to just hop back into that. A, the person needs to be really sorry for what they've done, and B, they need to back that up with action and words over a period of time to show that they're not going to do that again, and to show that they can be trusted. They need to earn the trust again. And that isn't just done over like a couple of days or a week or whatever, in my opinion. You know, somebody needs to show that, be very, very, very sorry, you know, clear that they're never going to do something like that again, and then build it up with their actions and their words over time, so that you can regain the trust. And I think that's probably what you need to do in this situation, because I think this person does know that they probably made a big mistake here if they caused this situation to come into, if they caused heartache in this situation. And that they've got feelings now, and they want to put it right, and they want to have commitment, and they want to be the main person, and they want you to trust them again. But you need to be discerning and just let them work for that. You know, don't give it to them too easily. Let them work for it a little bit. That's kind of what I would say. But anyway, let's see what message we've got here. What message do we have for pile number 3 in their person? What message? I feel like these two are... Oh, and that one as well. I don't know why. 3 all at once. But anyway, let's see. We've got healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. There might have been some behaviours with the 7 of Swords that go way back for this person or for you. You know, that go way back. Because often we can have, you know, behaviours that have where our behaviour has been influenced by family stuff or early childhood stuff. That kind of controls us and makes us behave in ways that is maybe not that great for us, or great for the relationships that we're in, or is triggering. So this is about healing. Maybe there needs to have been some healing. Maybe that's was going on in this situation, where somebody was behaving from their shadow side because of the past in some way, and they need to heal that in order for the situation to move forward. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So maybe in this situation, somebody needs to get some support in some way. And then also we've got true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. So maybe there's, you know, a strong love. I do feel with the King of Cups here, and with the Ten of Cups here, this person does not only have passion, but they do have a lot of feeling for you. Yeah, but there has been difficulties in this connection. I can see there has been hurt in this connection. So I think I'm just going to be called to have one more. I'm going to have one more, and then I'm going to leave it for you there, pile number 3. So let's have one more. Now, what draws pile number 3's person to pile number 3? This is our last one here. What draws them in? Gratitude. A thank you goes a long way. Yeah, so now I feel that there is a sense of gratitude for you being in their life. I think they know they have to... they know, a bit like what I was saying, they sort of have to prove themselves. They have to show some some gratitude, some thanks for you, maybe for what you've put up with or for what you've gone through, and you know, in order for the situation, and also some apology maybe, or something like that, so that you can move forward with them. But anyway, pile number 3, that's been your reading. I hope you liked it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you're alerted to whenever I do a reading next. Other than that, I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now.